So you want to get better at movement in CS2? I'm going to teach you how to do it. This video, I'll be covering some basics, how to air strafe, how to B-hop, how to long jump, some quick things on ladders. The video's timestamped, so you can swap to any section that you feel like you want to work on again, but I do recommend watching it in chronological order, just because they kind of feed into each other. All the sections, that being, the basics feeds into air strafing feeds B-hopping feeds into long jumping. The other thing that's kind of separate is the ladder section, so if you just want to learn some things about ladders, you can swap to that section. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Just a few quick things. I have a key overlay on the middle left of the screen. This will show you exactly what I'm pressing. I do have the spacebar key bound as my mouse wheel down, so if you ever see that key being pressed, that is my mouse wheel, not my spacebar. I do recommend binding mouse wheel down or up to jump in this game. I'll show you how to do that super quick. So in order to do that, we got to open our console, which is done by pressing the tilde key. It's the key to the left of the 1 key. You press that, it should open this window here. If it's not open, you can go to settings. You can click on the search button here, and I believe it's developer console. So we would click enable developer console, just say yes, then it should work. And then all we got to do in here is type in bind. So we're saying we're going to bind something. The key is mouse wheel down, and then we have to tell it what we want to do, plus jump. This can also be done with the mouse wheel up by changing it to this, mouse wheel up. Now both my mouse wheels are bound to jump in the game. I do recommend, I like mouse wheel down. Doesn't matter, I know people like mouse wheel up. It does not matter, but you need to choose one or the other. You cannot hop with spacebar. And even long jumping is a lot easier when using your mouse wheel rather than spacebar. So make sure you do that before we start. So like I was saying, distance in this game is measured in units. Units rather than feet or meters in real life. This game measures distance in units. So as an example, this gap here is 220 units long. Another thing, take a look at this bar in between my hands here. This is my speed. It's measured in units per second. So you can see here I'm moving 250 units per second. That is the fastest you can move in this game without any air strafes. That can be achieved by either having your knife out or the bomb. Anything else you pull out, like guns or util, will always slow you down beyond that 250 units per second speed. So, first thing we're going to cover is air strafing. What is air strafing? This is what it looks like. Okay, see that? Not too crazy, nothing insane that we're really doing here, but we're going to need to learn how to do this, and we're just learn how to B-hop. So, what am I doing? I'm going to run up to the box, I'm going to jump, I'm going to let go of W. Okay? Whenever you are running in this game and you jump, just let go of W. It messes up with the other inputs if you have it held, so just let go of the W key when you jump in this game. It doesn't help you in any way. You can see, like, if I hold W, I'm doing that. If I let go of W, I'm doing that. I'm not jumping any less than I was before. So, back to the air strafe. We're going to get around this box. So first thing, like we said, jump, let go of W. Okay. Second step. Look to the right. Look where you want to end up. Okay? So we're going to run, jump, let go of W, look to the right. All right, I tapped the D key there. Just didn't think, but we're not doing that yet. Run, jump, let go of W, look to the right. Okay. Last step. It's not hard, just 3 steps. We're going to incorporate the D key into it. So we're going to run, jump, let go of W, look to the right, and hold D as we're doing that. As soon as we turn to the right. Looks like I'm in action. Okay. That's air strafing. Now that's an air strafe to the right. We can do it to the left. It's just the opposite. So instead of looking to the right and holding D, we're going to look to the left and hold A. So run, jump, let go of W, look to the left, and hold A. Okay? That's air strafing. It's pretty basic. It's helpful in the game even if you're not trying to become some movement god. But, for example, let's say I'm pushed out here. This guy takes an op shot, or I take an op shot, right? Now I have to reload my op, so I need to get around this bend. This is very fast versus doing this. As you can see when I air strafe, if we look at the speed again at the bottom, Yeah, I'm moving at like 288 units per second rather than 250, so it is a lot faster to do something like this. But just before you move on to the next section, just make sure you can do something like this. You can just make 90-degree turns in the air. It's essentially all you need to learn how to do in order to B-hop. Rest of it's just kind of timing and practice. But just make sure you can do this. One other tip is just when you're jumping, if you need to stop at like a certain portion, you know, if you're... I learned it from when I played on old jailbreak servers. Used to have these jumps that if you missed it, like, you know, it was little platforms smaller than this, probably, you know, like about this big here, and if you fail, you died. And I always tried to like somehow stop myself on the small brick, but I was never able to because I didn't know this. But if you run and jump and then just tap S, wherever you tap S, you will stop. So as long as you're not pressing any other keys, and that's why we said before, when you jump, let go of W. So you just jump and then tap S, wherever you want to stop. And you can be extremely precise with this. I mean, there's certain maps, they're called KZ maps, which is just movement maps, essentially, where you have these like literal pinpoint things that you have to jump to. And you can do that by just tapping S at the right movement to stop your momentum. So once you're good with air strafing, I want to talk about B-hopping. So B-hopping incorporates what we learned with air strafing, but essentially chains it together. So let's just say I'm here and I want to get to this wall. You know, I could just run there or whatever, but you can be stylish, or it is a lot faster to B-hop if you can do it. And again, B-hopping in this game is significantly harder than it was in Go. I think that's to do with the sub-tick system. It just makes it difficult to hit the jumps. But we are being helped by the fact that, again, we have our jump down to mouse wheel down or up, whichever one you guys are more comfortable with. So if I want to travel to this portion of the map, I usually take about like a 45-degree angle looking at it. So, you know, like this would be 90. So I'll look at about halfway in the middle here, and then start running. And then again, we run and we jump and we let go of W. And what are we going to do? We're just going to look to the right and hold D. Okay? And at this point is when you would jump. But we're just going to go through the basics without the jumping. So run, jump, let go at W, look right, hold D. We're going to do the same thing. I have to press W here because we're losing our momentum, obviously, when we're stopping. But this is all it is. You should practice doing this before we try B-hopping, but you can see it again at the bottom of the screen on the speed bar. I am going faster than 250 each time I do this. So just try doing this. Just running, letting go of W, and air strafing in the air. Okay? And it's almost about 90 degrees if you think about it from here to where I'm looking there. This is about 90 degrees, about a right angle. You could think like whenever you're, like what I was saying at the beginning, if you want to travel here, you're doing 45 degrees this way or 45 degrees this way. It doesn't matter. You just have to, don't over strafe. Don't go like this. Don't do the 90 that we were learning about off rip, you know? So again, you're going to run, jump, let go of W, look to the right, hold D, and run, jump to the left, hold A. Just practice doing this. Then, when you feel a little bit more comfortable, we can get rid of the W key. So we're just going to run, jump, look to the right, and as soon as I'm going to hit the ground, I want to spam my mouse wheel down. Just flick it down, flick it down, flick it down. So that gives us the highest chance of actually hitting this jump. Since what we're doing when we're B-hopping is as soon as we hit the ground, we're trying to jump. Because then the game doesn't register that I've actually come to a standstill, so I keep my momentum. And that's why if you have auto B-hop or you get really good at it, you can see that you can go almost to infinite speeds. It's pretty crazy, but it's not really possible in you know, servers, like official servers, just because that used to be a thing and it's very overpowered if it's too easy. Whatever it is. So, we're going to run, jump, look to the right, and then as soon as we're going to hit the ground, we're going to hit mouse wheel. And all I'm doing is I'm just looking left, holding A, looking right, holding D, left A, right D, left A, right D, left A, right D. Same thing. Just within this 45-degree cone from the middle, this being the middle. 45 degrees here, 45 degrees here. And again, you can kind of see on the overlay what I'm doing. It's a little bit hard for me to focus both on the speed bar and also B-hopping, but take an example here. You can see I'm going faster than 250 units per second. Like here, I just hit like a bunch and I got all the way up to 350. But that's how you B-hop. So just to go through it one more time, we're gonna, if we want to travel along this line, we're gonna look 45 degrees to the left or the right. I like the left. W, we're gonna jump, we're gonna let go of W, we're gonna look to the right. And as soon as we're about to hit the ground, we want to spam mouse wheel, and we want to look to the left and hold A. And again, as soon as we're gonna hit the ground, spam mouse wheel, then look right and hold D. So just as an example, one last time. You can see that the speed does go up. Like right there, again, I got to like 340, 350, oh, really moving there. Almost got to 400. But that is what B-hopping is. So if you want to learn how to do it, I recommend first just practicing this. Very simple. Just air strafing, jumping. And then when you feel you're confident with this, then you can really try. And then you're going to spam mouse wheel before you hit the ground. Okay, so that's B-hopping. Next thing we're going to talk about is long jumping. Long jumping is jumping long. It's essentially what it is. In the game, I think this 220 block is about the maximum you can jump in this game by crouching and jumping without any air strafes. I believe anything higher than this, you do have to do air strafes in the air to get further. I would say when you can do about a 230, you're relatively confident at KZ and air strafing, things like that. I do know some people who can hit these 240s like consistently. Shouts out to Fry and Squirtle and Uni, my guys from Jailbreak. They kind of taught me how to do this stuff, so thanks to them. They are super sick movement players in this game. But how do we air strafe? Or sorry, how do we long jump? Well, you long jump by air strafing. So it's similar to B-hopping in the idea that, again, if we want to travel along this line, we want to start by looking at a 45-degree angle. We're going to run and jump, and we're going to look to the right. Now this would be similar to B-hopping, right? And then here I would jump with my mouse wheel down. But we need to do this all in the same jump. In one jump, you need to do all these strafes. So what I would practice doing is we're going to run, jump, look right and D, and then in the same jump, we're still going to look left and A. So it looks like this. And you can see at the bottom of the screen, again, I'm going faster than 250 units per second. 290. Now the problem with doing it with just these two strafes in the air, as you can see right now, I'm facing back at this 45-degree angle, but I want to be facing here. So in general, for most long jumps, you can clear a lot of them. Like the 230, you can clear with this 3 air strafes I'm going to show, but a 240, you need to go more than that. You need to do more air strafes than 3. But so we're going to run, jump, look right, left, and then we're going to end up back here. So we're going to jump, let go of W, look right, left and hold A, and then we're going to look right and hold D, but only until we're on this line again. So we start here, to the right, to the left, and back to the middle, because if we overstrafe to the right again, then we're going to be going to the right. We don't want to be going to the right. We want to be going in a straight line before we hit the ground. So run, jump, let go of W, A, and look right and D, left and A, look right and D, back to the middle. So it looks something like this. Okay? So as you practice, it is difficult, and it does take some time to get your fingers used to tapping D and A and moving your mouse at the right time. But always remember, if you're looking to the right, you should be holding D. If you're looking to the left, you should be holding A. And then you'll be able to essentially tie these strafes in the air together in order to get to a higher speed. So, just as an example, like with the 230, with the 3 air strafes, I should be able to clear this. I haven't easied in a little bit, but show you. There we go. Gosh. And that's how you can essentially clear like something like this 230. I haven't practiced in a little while, so it's a little bit rusty. That's essentially how you long jump. Just worry about 3 strafes at first. Now, when you get really good, you can mass input it like this, and all I'm essentially doing is going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, while spamming these keys. The left A, right D, left, right. And you go really fast. And the better you can get at it, the more inputs you can get within your long jump to make you go even faster and thus farther. So like for a 240 or something like that, 3 airstrafes is not gonna clear it. You're gonna need more than that. But like I said, the 240 it is a pretty hard jump. Yeah, I'm not even, you know, whatever. Kind of close, but not really. So yeah, that's long jumping with the airstrafes. Yeah. So washed here, man. Next thing I'm going to show you guys is just some ladder tricks. How to essentially move on ladders a little bit better. I'm going to try and... I think I'm just going to quit out of this. Last time I did the commands, it bugged it all out. Alright, so to teach you guys more about ladders and their movement, I brought you to Nuke. Brought us to Nuke. Just makes it a lot easier because the ladders are a lot taller to show what information I want to give you guys here. So if you're going up a ladder and you don't know much about ladders, you might just be going up, pressing W, just getting up the ladder, which is fine. I mean, it works, but there's a way to do it faster. So in order to do it faster, let me just heal up real quick. We're going to attach like we did. We're going to look straight up, then we're going to look to the right. Then we're going to hold W and an A. See, I'm going a lot faster up the ladder versus doing W. I don't really get much air. I'm kind of just like getting over the lip. But if I do it with the trick, again, attach, up, right, W and A, you can see I kind of fly up into the air, and that's because I'm moving faster up the ladder. It can be done in the reverse by attaching, looking up, looking to the left, and then holding W and D. Same thing as W and A, just looking in a different direction. But that's how you can get up ladders a lot faster. Now you can also get up ladders silently, but also faster. So if you don't know much about ladders again, you might just be doing Shift and W, which is insanely slow. But what we can do is we can attach, look up to the right, then instead of holding W and A, we're just going to tap it. So I'm using that speed I'm getting from doing this sideways W and A movement, but I'm not making any noise because I'm just tapping it. Now you see I do make noise when I hit the top, but this can be mitigated by holding control. So if we attach, look up, look to the right, tap W and A until I get to the top, then I hold control, and then hold W and A. And now I'm over the lip without making any noise. And again, this can be done in the reverse by attaching, looking up, looking to the left, tapping W and D. At the top, hold control, hold W and D. Now I'm over the lip of the ladder and I'm up here. Did it fast, did it silently. One more thing I want to show you guys about ladders. I just need to get there super quick. I also do, just as a side note, as an additional tip, there's something called crouch jumping in this game. A lot of people don't seem to know how to do it, and it doesn't need to be done everywhere. Like, for example, this can be jumped on just by jumping on it. It's not really specifically like this, but some jumps on Mirage, those boxes that are on Ace site, you do need to execute crouch jumps to get on top of them. So how do you do a crouch jump? A crouch jump is very simple. It's crouching and then jumping as per the name, but it needs to be done in a specific order. How I do it is I tap control, my crouch key, then jump almost at the same time. So it looks something like this. I'm tapping control and then jump, control and then jump, control and then jump, almost at the same time, but doing control first. So as soon as you're about to press down on control, or you press down on control just a tiny bit, jump. Then obviously we need W so that we can get on top of this barrel by crouch jumping. If we just did the crouch jump, we're not going to go anywhere because we don't have any momentum, right? That's how you crouch jump. So you crouch, then jump, but almost at the same time with crouch being first. Just as an extra little tidbit of information, I know that some people don't really know what a crouch jump is, or they think they know what a crouch jump is because in different games it's done differently, but that's how it's done in CS. So the last thing I want to talk about is ladders is how they work in terms of giving them inputs. So if I just run up to this ladder and I don't give it any inputs, I won't attach to it. That's what I meant when I was saying attach to it. I was pressing W to get on top of it, right? Now, if I don't press W and I just run off and fall, I'm gonna hit the ground, right? But what you can do is use this to your advantage. So I'm only gonna grab onto the ladder until I'm falling down a portion of it. So for example, I'm gonna run off this edge. I'm not gonna press anything after I'm falling, and then I'm gonna tap W as soon as I want to grab onto the ladder. You can see, I just fell all the way down here without making any noise. So it's kind of cool that you can get down these things a lot faster by doing that. Now, even if you want to do it, say I'm up here and I really want to be quiet, I want to get to ramp or something like that. So I'm gonna shift walk, let go of everything, then grab on the last moment. Now I'm down here without making any noise and without fumbling with the ladder. Ladders are kill zones in this game. They can be dangerous, obviously, because when you're on here, you are not accurate. So if someone wants to fight you, you are not gonna probably most likely not be able to kill them. But that was the last thing I wanted to cover with ladders, and that pretty much concludes the video. I do really appreciate you guys sticking around if you've been all the way here. This is my first long-form video on YouTube, so I do appreciate any feedback you guys can give me, anything like that. I do appreciate it, but I do hope that you learned a lot. I do want to make more videos related to CS, so if you're interested in that, please subscribe. Other than that, have a great day, and I hope you guys become KZ gods,